Greetings everyone, my name is Knight, and today I'm going to be doing a shadow work reading. So whether you've been doing shadow work knowingly or unknowingly, we're just going to see what happens here. So again, it's going to be for people who've done shadow work, or even if you haven't done shadow work, you might get a message on what do you need to be facing, or also what have you left behind. Have you faced any vices? Have you worked through any fears or anything that may have held you back? Whether in your reality on earth or in your dreams, maybe dealt with a lot of nightmares, psychic attacks, showing the progress you've made, and also showing you things that may have again hindered you that you still need to work on, or maybe also things that are hidden that you are not aware of. So, that's what I'm talking about in this shadow working reading here. Is just that just as a collective as a whole here, it's a pick up out here. Just showing you different aspects of your life that you need to touch up on, or you might have already done and surpassed, or also something hidden. So I'm saying all those collectively out loud to you because, again, every pile is going to be different. Some of it might be trying to tell you something to do. Some of it is trying to uplift you. Some things might be brought to your attention that you need to see that you are not aware of or you're in denial of. Okay, but it's all to bring balance to you, towards your light energy. Okay, so when I mean this shadow work reading, doesn't mean you're a negative person. Nobody's perfect, but we all have shadow aspects of ourselves, or aspects that we're not really aware of, or even if we are aware of, we don't want to change. It's a lot going on with that. So I just want to make a reading. It's just going to be revealing some things to you. Okay, so if it resonates, it resonates. Hey, it is what it is, but this is what I'm being channeled to do. Okay, so now pile 1 is going to be touching earth. Second card is going to be judgment. Third card is going to be the sultan. Okay, pause the video if you need to. All right, so pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. Let's see what messages are coming through for you guys. Pile 1. All right. What I'm seeing with you guys, you might have had times, or even right now I'm hearing, there's a part of you that feels unrest and have times where you are conflicted in the mind and it's very hard to focus. And I'm definitely hearing this is more like in your life you have a certain type of way of thinking. You've always been unique, but people probably oppressed you or they didn't really respect what you had to say, possibly with friends, lack of support. A lot of times you might have tried to guide people, and again, some people listen to you, but some people don't. So when I'm hearing as far as your shadow, you need to understand that no matter how much conflict or anything that goes on in your life or in your mental state, to maintain being true to yourself, be authentic. Continue to be authentic. Okay? And also don't be afraid to just focus on yourself. Sometimes I'm hearing that you guys, you give too much. You almost over-sacrifice to friends. Right? And then again, you've also had times where you did a lot and it wasn't reciprocated. So what your shadow is trying to let you recognize is this: you can continue to try to be giving and giving, but sometimes you need to continue to try to pull back. Because what you don't want to do, which you might be already afraid for connections, afraid of friendships. All right, and so your angels are trying to tell you this right now. Again, reason I'm saying this right, with the guiding touch of earth, you are here to bring something new. You guys are very innovative. You have a sacred purpose. You're very focused, like you're supposed to be if you're not focused. Okay, you've had a lot of friends, and I'm hearing again you supported them at times, but again a lot of times of conflict as well. And you're very wise, and sometimes you doubt your wisdom, maybe because your education level, or possibly just you not being confident in yourself as a whole. You could be highly educated but just doubt yourself. And not that you're dumb or anything like that. It's just that you have a tendency where you don't want to like you share, but then you only share so much. You hold back information because you don't want to ruffle feathers. So you kind of like, I'm not going to say sugarcoat things, but you only tell things halfway. It's not on purpose, but what I'm hearing is your shadow wants to be authentic though. It wants to show every part of itself. But a part of you feels like you need to hold back and protect yourself, almost overly protect yourself, and put a lot of boundaries up. And then, again, your spirit does unrest with this because, again, you're heavily protected here. Because when I see this panther, it's like your spirit guys, but it's like sometimes you put yourself in your own turmoil, like, because again, you do too much, you do a lot. You do a lot for people, and if you learn to not do this, and you're not in this energy, this could be your past. But as you know, we all are healing, but it needs to be healed. It needs to be released. And if somebody has done you wrong, forgive them and let it go. You don't have to tell them personally, but at least within your soul, so you can be free and continue to show yourself love and continue to focus on yourself, right? With the self-love, like you might have done a lot of self-love. Again, we all do these things, but like particularly in your group here, a lot of this is from past lives as well, as I'm seeing here, because a lot of this is brought into this life. And so your soul wants to meet certain people who might not be the best for you, whether it be friends or family, who knew that you would help them because you have a kind heart and you will always overdo things. And again, I keep getting this overthinking affecting your focus. So you need to ground yourself, earth yourself, like far as like getting out in nature or earth. But nonetheless, you guys, I'm hearing like the divine, if not already, they want to bless you with some type of wisdom, whether it be a career or spiritually, anything like that, because you're always supposed to be forward thinking. You might not realize this, but because this is what I'm hearing, you need to know you're innovators. You're not here to be oppressed or suppressed by anyone. And you need to stand in your power. Yeah, because this is it, this new beginning. Because right now, they want you to let go of the past, let go of any negative thoughts, and let any, even if it's belief system, it can be religion, that you're trying to break free from. Let go, so the spirits right can heal you, and allow you to receive what is supposed to come to you, your blessings, even more. Some of you guys, again, you restrict yourself by overthinking on the past, what you could have done, right? It's done. Okay, you can change who you are now, but that past is done. Okay, and again, because you're a healer, this is the thing. You need to let what has happened end. All right, it's not easy. You definitely need to let it end, because like in your shadow, it's like if you've been having weird dreams as well. If you can remember your dreams, I'm being shown. You might have had encounters with men or women in your visions that came off kind of like dark, as far as like they're gonna be perceived to you by like look, that's negative. Could be nightmares. You could be in a dream where you felt controlled, things were chaotic. That's because in this life you might have felt like you're off balance and you felt indirectly controlled by people, or maybe at work a little too much, or even in family, where people overstep their boundaries and they try to put a chokehold on you. Okay, it's only because you're seen as very innocent, and it seems like some people kind of feel like they can push you over. And this is what I'm saying. It's like stand your ground, set boundaries when you need to, but also again, you need to realize like you're empathic, you're strong intuitively, and trust your own self, be authentic, and continue to be innovative. I'm also hearing again with this tender heart here you guys have. Some of you guys, I'm hearing in your future, your shadow self wants me to tell you this, because even though I'm talking about shadows and what you need to face, because I'm speaking on innovators, like in your forward thinking, I'm hearing at least half of you guys are meant to be some type of entrepreneur, or at least leaders in your field of work, or at least working on your own, or working in a place where it's not so many people around you, because it would actually help you out to heal. Doesn't mean you shouldn't socialize, but the less people, the less souls and less auras that affect your energy as you are healing and evolving. Because you're so sensitive, if you guys are not grounded, what your shadow is telling me, it can throw you off and kind of make you, I don't want to say evil, but you might say some things that you didn't really want to say off to defend yourself. you might be quick at the mouth, and again, it can leave you conflicted in their mind, not knowing where to go or who to trust. So the more space you have between people, especially at work, if possible, the better. At least right now, at the present moment, I'm hearing the energy of this video. Yeah. But yeah, definitely, again, your shadow self wants you to really know how connected you are with Earth. Like, I keep getting that as well. Like, you need to know, because what I'm hearing again, it doesn't matter if you're in a big city, you can't get out. At least go outside. There's no excuse not to at least open your door to get out, walk, because your shadow is saying the more you are not connected with nature or really looking out for yourself more than what you are. Like, you might feel like you're looking out for yourself right now. I feel like I'm here, you could do more. And so it's disrupting the balance in your body. Your nerves might be a little bit anxious at times. And as you get older, this can get worse if you don't settle this now. Even if you're 50 right now, you kind of need to settle it. So again, because your soul has the power to overcome any obstacle. You guys, again, with this earth energy, this magic here that you have within you and around you, all comes from your heart. You have a kind heart. So again, your soul wants balance. Again, if you are meeting people who don't understand you, it's for a reason, but don't get too bent out of shape out of this, okay? And again, your shadow, again, it keeps telling me for you to focus on yourself, focus on your dreams. Do not let outside influence distract you, because again, I keep hearing some of you guys know that, and you'll be talking to me on this video. Like, you might be saying this to yourself, I know that already. But like, your soul's saying you could do more though. You might know, like, oh, I'm doing what I can, but like, there's always room for improvement. It doesn't mean you need to rush it and overthink your future and all that, but like, there's something that only you know that you could be doing more, okay? Because you're meant for more than what you have right now. And I'm not just about physically in the earth, I'm about spiritually and just even more peace. So even if you feel at peace, I'm telling you right now, your shadow desires and it knows that it can have more. But until then, you might have times where you meet certain people you will come across that will trigger you, or you'll trigger them, that will cause this unrest. And if it's not people, you have intrusive thoughts affecting you out of nowhere. You might find yourself thinking about past people or yourself a little bit too much, disrupting your clarity about what you need to be doing as far as going towards the future, okay? So you need to make sure you ground yourself, and again, going outside or whatever you need to do to ground will help out a lot. And again, there's nothing wrong with being misunderstood as long as you know where you're going. It doesn't matter what other people are trying to figure out or whatever. Keep going, okay? Because again, whatever you do, I'm hearing you're supposed to be a leader. You're supposed to be an example. Do not let outside people influence you. And again, it's not that you're easy to influence. Again, it's just that you pick up energy, guys, and it sits in your aura. It's like residue, and it affects you. Okay. Anything else? Yeah, they want to bring back that innocence out here, like that. Oh wow. What is this? What is this? Yeah. They're trying to get you to break free from any addictions. This did come in reverse, so this is a good thing to a certain extent. So I'm gonna read what it says, because the shadow aspect, because it did in reverse. So because it reverses the shadow, it says, compromises integrity and honesty, allows an addictive pattern that have authority over the inner spirit. And this is pretty much what I'm trying to say. Don't let outside things control you. You're being seen as strong, like this athlete. You're a divine child of the omnipresent source. Okay. Again, even though it says damsel here, it doesn't matter if you're masculine or feminine. This is your energy. Is saying understanding the nature of healthy romance inspires you to rely on yourself. So again, some of this could have been a romantic in partnerships and things of that nature. But I'm here, when I look at this, I'm looking at it just as an all relationships. Okay. Again, don't let anything outside of you influence you. Again, learn to confront things and empower. Remember, I was my empowerment, right? Some of you guys, again, I'm not saying, you might have had a tendency where you are codependent on people, want to hang for people because you are afraid to be alone, maybe in your youth, not now necessary. Because it says confronts empowerment at the level of a physical survival, awakens the spiritual authority of humility, compassion, and self-esteem. Remember I was talking about confidence earlier at the beginning of reading? Again, and your shadow is trying to show you these truths. It is showing this what he's pointing here, because again, it's trying to shift your reality, okay? Because again, you are a child of the divine, you're eternal, right? Doesn't matter how long you live on earth, your soul is eternal, and your angels are trying to tell you this, okay? They're trying to enlighten you. Remember I said the leadership? right? It says leadership, enlightened, benevolent leadership, right? Benefiting those in charge. And behind that was the healer. So I remember I was a small healer. So again, it's all coincides, all coming together here. This is something that your shadow wants you to know. Whether you have done the shadow work already, or if you're doing shadow work right now, this is something you need to recognize within you and around you at this current moment to help balance your life, fulfill it a little bit more, bring more peace. Anything else? Just wants to come out. Yeah, and just be. Surrender to what it is. Because again, like I keep getting this overthinking, surrender to the success, right? Remember how somebody you had that open heart, that love, right? Because once you come into the state of more balance, love will come easily. Again, I hear some of you guys are wanting love. Again, your shadow, and the energy on your shadows, right? Even though it's the darker aspects of yourself or negative qualities, right? When you learn to just, like, how can I say, stand in your power. Again, don't let other outside influences, whether it be in relationships, and then get to you, right? Which are technically affecting your ego. Then your ego feels like it has to control every aspect and every encounter of how you meet people. Oh, I gotta do this before I meet this guy. Oh, I gotta set this up before I do this. It's like you're so trying to control so much that you almost block genuine love and genuine connection. You're trying to control everything because you don't want to get hurt. Everything because I'm trying to be successful. Everything. You can only control so much. And even if you don't realize that you're doing this, you feel like right now, like, I'm not doing it, your shadow's saying otherwise, guys. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. But nonetheless, you guys are going to be fine. Again, it says surrender to the success, that's what it is. Again, you're being resurrected, right? Your angels are with you. Again, just go with the flow, guys. All right? So that's mainly what I'm hearing with you guys. Power 1. If y'all like the video, thumbs up, subscribe. Oh, wow. And I'll see y'all in the next one. All right, later. All right. So whoever picked Pile 2, Judgment. Let's see what's going on with you guys. Whoever picked Judgment. Whoever picked Judgment. So what is your shadow trying to tell you guys? Okay. So already, guys, you might have had times with this group where I'm hearing 3 different things going through. The shadow in here, definitely. You might have had times where you had issues struggling growing up with, like, religion or certain social constructs that made you feel like you need to conform. You might have felt prejudged, again, by society around you, whether it be friends, family. Again, I gotta say religion. You might have changed your religion to just being spiritual or something of that nature. Again, with the Judgment card here, the Temperance, you definitely been communicating with the divine for a lot of you guys. You might have possibly also did a lot of shadow work, like literally whether through tarot, channeling, meditation, talking to angels. You probably faced your demons. You might have worked to fight certain demons. And again, you might have worked with angels and the darker spirits to try to find balance. Because remember, I'm talking to collective, so only take that part if it resonates. But again, nonetheless, you learned to fight a lot of demons off, psychic attacks. You guys are looked at as Queen of Mages. It doesn't matter if you are actually mage or a shaman or whatnot. This is what you are being perceived as. And so what I'm hearing, your shadow wants you to tell you, me to tell you. All right, soon you're gonna be coming to this 9 of Mage state, okay? Looking like a very, very strong mystic, a strong leader. You burnt the past. See how he's throwing these books? Again, I keep getting religion or something like that, or ways of thinking to bring more balance. Remember, you're off balance before. And what you don't know is, again, I'm hearing Archangel Michael coming through here. You fought so many spirits. Again, you might be a person who sees the dead. You are looked at as a high priestess or a high priest. What you need to know is your shadow wants you to know this is going to be harsh possibly, but in your past life and in this life, but mainly in your past life, a lot of this is carried out. I'm hearing a lot of your past lives. I'm hearing like the last 6 or 7 past lives. You've always did a lot of shadow work, okay? But it was never really completed. So, how do I say this? You're here on Earth now. You've evolved. But a lot of your lives, you weren't the best people. Again, some of you guys were possibly something negative. You know, you could have wished bad on people. You could have been a warrior. You could have been a magician. You could have been a witch. And so there was a time when your soul realized this, and when it incarnated, I'm getting like the last 6 or 7, like those back to that time, it started working on this. But it was difficult because you had to go through a lot of karmic relationships, karmic things, in a lot of your lives. And then now in this life, you're kind of in a balanced state. You're not exactly how you used to be. And if you are, you're a better version. So if you are a witch or a mage right now, you're a better person in a witch form today than you were in a witch like in their last life. In your last life, I'm hearing some of you guys might have been witches or shamans, but you weren't the most nicest of people. But in this life, you have that same energy, same knowledge, and you're balanced. And so that's for my witchy people. But then for my regular people, again, I gotta say you weren't the best. Some of you guys were a priest and you utilized it to gain power and wisdom, and only for yourself you gatekeeped. So if you notice in your visions and dreams that you see things that look very historical, like in ancient times, you have visions in ancient Rome, ancient Greece, maybe even Egypt, it's all because that's showing you who you were. And your shadow was trying to work on healing your past life trauma, and possibly even trauma in this life that is very similar, particularly in religion or just in spirituality as a whole. You trying to figure out who you are, and you probably again come in some type of contact with spirits or deities unknowingly or unwillingly, and you didn't expect this, or you met people who are in this energy. You might have met people who try to throw things against you, and you don't know why they threw things against you, because of your past life or who you were. It's like karmas do. So your shadow is showing this to you, because your shadow is almost stronger than your light aspect. It's because of the energy you came from. Doesn't mean you're not a loving light person, but you gotta understand, if you were to step into this energy, you could probably destroy a lot of stuff. And I don't mean like, oh, like snap your fingers and be a fire in the house. I don't mean like that, but just your mind is that powerful. You can manifest a blessing to somebody or a curse. And you have angels, and some of you guys might have darker spirits that will reap havoc on people. It's a contract. So that's half of you guys. So what you need to know is continue to work on your shadow self. When you see these dreams, if you can, journal them, release, do certain ceremonies and prayers to release these energies away from you, off you. It's not that you're bad, but your shadow wants you to know how powerful you are. You're technically almost completing everything that it was trying to do in your past life. And when it couldn't do it as a human, it did it as a spirit guide. You're very ascendant. You guys are very strong. So I'm being told right now, if you are a medium, if you are a tarot reader, and if you're a person that wants to preach the word, you can be watching this, you can be your religions, whatever you are, do it. It's going to help balance you out in this life to ascend. And so say if you were to incarnate again, it'll be nothing what you dealt with in this life. And some of you guys might not have to come back because you ascended, because you pretty much worked off your karma doing good deeds, okay? So yeah, your shadow self is trying to tell you that you're very spiritual, very magical. Embrace it. Some of you guys might be in denial of your gifts because of religion. You could be Christian and don't want to accept who you are. So like you might just watch readings, but you're afraid to buy cards. Accept who you are. You can read cards for yourself. You might be a person who's into like candles, but you don't want to identify as a witch because it has a bad connotation to it. It has a bad rep. Even though it's kind of popular in your eyes, it might be bad. Accept who you are. This makes sense, because when you do this, it disrupts your shadow. It's going to make you have distorted dreams, distorted visions, and then in your physical world, people are going to be having distorted views about you, not really understanding who you are, upsetting you and triggering you because they don't have the will to understand you, because you don't have the will to understand who you really are. It doesn't mean that you're dark, but you have to understand the shadow side of yourself. And life is going to keep giving you lessons till you understand this, okay? And it's all to alchemize you, like there's 3 alchemists. And again, you might have felt persecuted or pressured at times because all this energy has been carried out through you. Again, you are being shown as the mystic, the 10 of mages, okay? Very balanced. And what you don't know is the divine is trying to crack you open like this axe to bring you this balanced energy in these new beginnings. And this chariot, so you can be one with the divine to come into this emperor state. Because you definitely have the hand of God, and you move past a lot of your demons. Like this lady's riding on the demon. She's moving past the negativity. Step into this energy of the Page of Alchemists and the Star. Is there anything else I need to tell you guys? No, they just telling me the more you come into this knowledge, whether you're already doing this shadow work or not, you'll have this Midas touch where anything you want, you'll manifest it. Again, it's because I keep hearing you have this magical mage witch gift. You guys are meant to be creative and artists. Some of you guys are meant to draw, write, just to be creative. So I'm being told, no matter what job you have right now, try to do something creative as a hobby. It'll really help you out too as well, bring you more peace because you look as creative, right? Whoa, yeah. Again, these fell out. Wow. It says surrender limited beliefs. Remember I talked about religion? That could be limited belief or just beliefs about yourself. And also sometimes you guys might be doing too much, so surrender to non-action. Surrender to prayer. They want me to pull all these out, but this would fail out. So, because this is going to lead to stress if you don't let go of these things. But again, surrender to stress and also rest. Some of you guys may be overthinkers, obsessive thinking, and any resentments from the past. Okay, so that's that. You're the only pile so far that had all those drop out. And I just took, and normally I don't take that many, but they needed to hear that. So anything else? Yeah, because of your shadow is showing you old wounds and old scars from the past that will heal. Your shadow shadow's aspect has been through a lot of pressure. You as a whole might have been through a lot of pressure, but soon you'll come into this balance, like this tantra, and be even more connected with the divine, because your angels with the Shekinah card is definitely present in your life. And this is something that is being told through me to tell you. All right, so if you like the video, guys, thumbs up, and I will see you guys on the next one. And have a blessed day or night wherever you guys are. Pile 2, blessed be. All right, so whoever picked pile 3, the Sultan, let's see what your shadow aspect has to tell you. All right. Okay, so I'm hearing your person, they might have transformed a lot in this life. You might be a Scorpio or a water sign or something. It doesn't matter. You look at it as a strong warrior, a peacemaker. You've dealt with a lot of endings with this death or sudden endings, maybe even real actual losses. What I'm hearing is this. You've had people who might have been greedy with their time or their energy with you, meaning they took from you, stole from you, whether it be physically or emotionally, stealing, your time, selfish people, all this. And because of all this, it made you have to be in this warrior death energy where you put an ending to. You're tired of it? Boom, I'm ending this right now. Sometimes you might not give people that many chances like you used to. I'm done with this. I'm done with this. And it has you in this warrior, like on guard all the time. It's because at times back in the day, in the past, you might have been a very naive person, and then all these evil, negative people with this jinn energy came around you to try to be a union with you. And at first they're being nice, bless you with these gifts, but then they'll walk away or not being around too much around you. So what I'm hearing with you is this. It's nothing wrong with having these boundaries and being in this warrior energy. But your shadow wants you to try to forgive and let go. Because sometimes, like, I'm hearing you might be replaying thoughts in your head too much about people or how you could have, like, been more aware. So forgive yourself. Because what's going on is, like, you're making your shadow kind of like not your shadow, but your soul as a whole. Even if you're happy, sometimes ponder on the past a little bit too much, or you sad state as far as like, why did I let this happen? Or I could have made better decisions on my life and choices. And so your shadow wants, your shadow will bring this up. It might bring people to you to show you that it's okay to make mistakes. If somebody's done you wrong, as long as they didn't really like physically like hurt you, like punch you or do something serious, you made it out. It's like you're not able to get out of every single situation because everything has its reasons for happening. Doesn't mean it's always right. So it's more about self-acceptance of what is and surrendering. Just surrender. Surrender to the divine even more. Surrender to the divine. That's all I keep hearing. Like, this is you, and Star, like, you need to surrender. All right, surrender to your inner wisdom as well. It's like your soul, your shadow is telling you, like, there is no time wasted. And so sometimes you might have visions of you running out of time, or you might feel like you're running out of just like I said, time, or get what you need to get done. It's like you feel like you might know there's actual time out there, but it's something within you feels like you're running. Like, dang, I got more to do. I got more to do. Man, I'm 40, I'm 50. I still didn't get what I needed to get. I got to keep going to get home, which is fine. But there's always going to be time. And also, again, if you don't make it to that point in life, just be content and happy where you are. That's main one here at this time. Learn to relax. Certain things have been veiled from you for a reason. I am hearing as well, the more you embrace and accept what is, the universe is going to be flooding you with energy, as far as like, it's like a spiritual water purifying you, okay? Letting you grow like the cedar wood. Because again, I'm being shown that you've sacrificed a lot with people. You've given a lot to people. Sometimes it almost drove you kind of crazy, like as far as like, not literally, but like, again, wandering thoughts, like a lunatic, overthinking, because again, you had these negative people. And also, some of you guys might have negative spirits. I'm also hearing, because some of you guys are very, very spiritual. Some of you guys might have had darker dreams, darker spirits, possibly even psychic attacks as well. That's only because the energy you hold is like a very master, you're very ascendant. Because to me, it's like the Magician card. That's also stemmed from past lives. I'm hearing in your past life, you guys are very strong teachers. A lot of wise women and men here. Definitely. I'm also being told again, Shadow keeps telling me again, accept you are, you're a star, you're a star. I keep hearing you're a star, and look, the star card is here, because what it is like, you might draw negative people to you that seem negative, but you're actually helping them. You're here to heal them. You don't, that doesn't mean you gotta keep them in your life, but yeah, you healing them. So like, you could have had a bad relationship and the person could have been a bad person, but they're gonna remember you. So it's in the way they're supposed to meet you, because you're that soul that's going to help them be a better person, even if it's for the next person or whoever it was supposed to be there. So now that you know that, because I'm telling you, let it go and forgive them, because your shadow, if you don't, it's going to, like, you might start having visions where you're feeling like you can't move nowhere, you can't do anything, again, run out of time. Am I going to find love one day? Am I going to make the right money one day? Am I going to have happiness one day? Is my family going to like me? It's like you always, you almost overthink, where you assume things, and sometimes you manifest negative things in your life. You don't even realize it's just all your thoughts. But again, you gotta understand, you're the blessing in the world. You're the elixir. So again, your shadow overall is trying to tell me, please be less judgmental on yourself and also with others. Because I'm hearing too, though, you don't really judge others, but sometimes you overthink their motives towards you, or even overthink your own selves. And I just saw the number 333, so you're definitely divinely guided as always. But again, try not to overthink and be in this judgment stage. Again, you're meant to have this paradise and peace. Inside message you, you're meant to have a blessing, this feast. But I am hearing, though, you do have certain spirits that are, I feel like, more ancestral. Not necessarily your fault, where if you do feel weighed down by the world with this hell card, or you feel like there's jealousy around you and it's messing up your sleep, some of this is generational. You might notice that you might hear your mother or your sisters or your brothers going through certain things similar to where y'all draw jealous and envious people. It's just the energy you carry, okay? You might have dealt with yourself comparing yourself to others, because you might not be at a certain place that you would like to be in life. Try not to do that as much as possible, because what happens is it makes your shadow become in this demon state where it shows you these crazy realities in your world, have people draw to you, affecting your aura or in your visions, messing up your sleep. But again, I'm being told you're being purified, and your resurrection out of this hell state, out of this beastly state, this double card here, and the divine is giving you salvation because you're being favored. But the more you recognize this shadow aspect, and how can I say, and go with the flow and just forgive, let go, don't overthink, do all those things I just stated, the sun's coming out, because again, this is you. Time and famine and loss, anything of lack, any thoughts of lack or fearing that you run out of time, it's done. You're going to be the victor. The universe has your back, guys, because y'all are still meant to have a birth. Some of you guys, I am being told, though, if you are having dreams of traveling, this is on your lighter aspect, even though it's my shadow, follow that. Because I'm also hearing something about your environment might not be the best. And it's affecting your your darker aspect of yourself, your environment might not be as light as it could be. Because we also have this thing called collective shadows, where you could be in an environment that had a lot of wars and conflict, and it's affecting your sleep and affecting your whole aura and make you feel drained. So look into that. So that's something that is being brought up through your shadow, okay? Because that can taint and affect your aura in a big way. So look into that collective shadows. I think I made a video on this a while ago. I might make a video on it again, but I did. If you look down on my timeline. But again, keep going forward, guys. You're stronger than what you are before. But again, I'm also being told, though, to connect to the moon and watch what kind of visions and dreams happen to you around the full moon and the new moon and the waning moon. Right here, because something about you guys, you're very in tune with the moon, you're very empathic, and it affects you deeply. And it also opens the doors to show you what's really going on your shadow side of yourself. Yeah, because again, once you do that, it's gonna give you a more healing energy. Because I am hearing how you're being healed from this, to be this leader. And you're supposed to mediate and guide people too, if you choose to. This is a side message, because your lighter aspect, you know, it's about shadow. You're the only one with the lighter aspects coming out a lot too, where it wants to guide people. Even if you're an introvert, it just wants to guide people, even if it's like a niece or a nephew. It wants to help people come out of the victim state, because for so long you might have felt like a victim, but you learned how to heal it. Remember, I saw people stealing from you? Look, the thief card is in reverse. Again, you becoming a Samaritan because you're a truth seeker, guys. You're definitely connected to God, and some of you guys are meant to write. Again, your past is being destroyed. Again, the Messiah right here. Look, healing childhood wounds. And again, remember time moving. Look, travel to another country. And again, because all this growth is going to put you in this virgin state. Because again, you've been a student for long enough. You're meant to teach. But right now, when you get into this energy and realize what's going on in your shadow, you'll be even feeling more connected with nature and being open to tell your true story. So that's what I'm hearing with you guys on that one. So I'm going to get like 2 more cards out of this, one card out of this deck and the other one. So let's see what else they're trying to say. Yeah. Remember I was talking about overthinking, something like that, being downing and all that. Look, stop worrying. This is something your shadow is trying to tell you, because again, success is coming for you as well. And I'm going to get 1 card out of this work and call it a day. Oh, they got 2. Again, guys. Wow, remember, y'all might be again affected by night, because I keep getting this moon, because Layla card is like the night goddess here. Again, bless you. And again, doesn't matter if you're masculine or feminine, you definitely have a heavy feminine energy. I gotta tell you, with the serpent energy here, I'm really looking at shadows and you transcending, shedding old skin, because you guys are the light in the dark. Okay? That's what I'm hearing for you guys. So that was my the little uplift me message at the end there. Okay? So that's what I had to tell you guys. If you like the video, thumbs up, subscribe. And with that being said, my name is Knight, and blessed be.